The best driver tip I can give you. This is an absolutely fantastic exercise. And from here, we're going to allow the club head to take over. You can change that. So you can do this on the course, by the way. That's the secret, just those little touches. The difference between doing the drill right and wrong. Completely different to someone who's a bit quick over the top. I'm going to show you how to do it with an iron as well. You need that in your driving. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Thank you very much for joining me. My name is Warren Bennett. Trev's down there enjoying this beautiful sunshine we got on the middle range here at Chestfield. And today's video is all about the best driver tip I can give you. Now there's many ways that golfers swing the club, but I think there's one element of driving that's so important I'm going to show you. And I've done this drill and I've shown it on the channel a couple of times, and it's that important. I kind of do it a couple of times a year, but this one, as well as driving, I'm going to show you how to do it with an iron as well. Okay, so I'll get the back camera set up, make sure Trev's okay in the sun down there. I'm going to tell you all about it. Okay everyone, so thanks very much for joining me for another one. And driving is so important. There's many club golfers out there that struggle hitting a driver, and that's justified because it hasn't got a lot of loft. So you've got to be in the right position. If you're in the wrong position coming down, yes, you can make corrections, but generally a lot of golfers don't, and they either struggle or they end up hitting a 3-wood. But you've got to be in the correct position coming down, especially with you over the toppers, or if you're a little bit steep coming down with a driver. It doesn't help the situation at all. And not only that, with a driver, I'm going to show you how to do this exercise with an iron as well. Okay, so let's get on with the driver, and I'm just going to go over and just get a little accessory. Okay, so I've got a ball, just for visual reference really. Take your stance. Now, if you draw a line on your toe line, if you put a ball back there, it doesn't have to be exact, make your backswing, and I'd like you to drop that club head on that ball. Any new viewers, this is an absolutely fantastic exercise that I did back in December, I think, but it's worth reviewing it, that's for certain. And I might say a few little different things about it as well. So nice coil away and drop down. If you drop that club head on that ball, look how shut I am with my shoulders. Completely different to someone who's a bit quick over the top. What this does, it educates your arms to drop down, obviously being too much, but exaggerate it dropping on the floor. And what that's doing as well, it's educating your top half to be passive, because it's got to be passive. If I move my top half, I'm going to drop over there. So this little drop down exercise, beautiful. You need that in your driving. If you can get there, even inside, if you're too inside, happy days with the driver, because from here, when the force and the speed gets layered onto it, the club head will take over and you can sweep it into the back of the ball. And that's what golfers who struggle driving the ball, they don't do that. They don't sweep it. They don't use what loft is on that face. They come over the top and they de-loft it. The further behind you have that ball, the more extreme this is going to be. So I don't mind that at all. Obviously that's really exaggerated. You don't need to go that far. So you can do this on the course, by the way. But if it's new to you, there's a kind of a secondary to this as well. I'll fast track it. Okay, 3, 4, 5. Really allows that club to drop in the slot, nice and light with the hands and the grip. If that's new to you, just continue doing that. But you can now layer the second half of the downswing into that. So we go 1 on the floor, 2 on the floor, and then 3, we're not going to get it to the floor here, but we're really going to take our time. We're going to stop about 2 feet up in the air, probably about knee height, something like that. Doesn't have to be perfect, but allow it to drop down. And from here, we're going to allow the club head to take over. We're not going to move our body and do it, and our head. We're just going to allow the club to swing past. Now that's exaggerated. If that was in full speed, I'd hit the biggest high hook ever. But that's what you've got to feel. You've got to feel like you're dropping the club down in the slot and then let it take over. See what I'm doing there? Technically it's not correct, kind of really closing the face, but you won't do that under speed. Beautiful. Tee down there. Not going to hit a ball yet. Take your time. Oh, a bit further that time. A bit lower. Drop. Beautiful. Now I don't have that fault, so it's really easy for me to do this, by the way. Drop down. Drop down. Don't move anything. Be as shut as you can. You can see I've coiled away from the ball and I'm basically keeping exactly everything where it is. Bad English. Then club head. Wow. The club head in the second half and the follow through pulls you through to the finish. What I mean by that is when you get to about here, the club head is passing me, so I'm still pointing over there, it won't happen, under speed, and then it pulls you through to the finish. You're not doing that. So before I go on to hit some, I'm going to get an iron. Now, I've got a 7 iron. Now with an iron, it's the same, but what you don't do is you don't drop it down to the ground, because what you don't really want to do with an iron is you don't want too much spine angle. So what this is doing, or spine tilt, what this is doing is giving you spine tilt. You can see there, and backed away from the ball. So you just do it to kind of halfway down maximum. There we go. So if I bring this down further, you can see what's happening. It's kind of making me a little bit more under. So you can get away with a little bit more down with an iron, you see. And that's why people like a 3-wood. It's got a little bit more loft. But we're just trying to be as neutral as we can. So just drop it kind of 2 foot up in the air. Then from there, it's the same thing. You can let the club pass you, but you can go a little bit more with your body this time. Because it's on a tee, the driver exercise, you can really let the club pass you. But with an iron, you can, from this halfway down position, full drop down, 2 foot up in the air. From here, you can start letting the club go first, but you're just going to go with it with your body. That's the secret, just those little touches, the difference between doing the drill right and wrong. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect, and when the ball's there, you probably only do it for a couple of clicks on the way down. That's all that's needed. Too many golfers, club golfers, recreational golfers, they get to the top because they want to create power, too much top half, we know that story. So it's just being able to blend and allow this to drop down. Remember, you don't have to drop it that far. In reality, it's only a couple of clicks, like I said. Right, let's get on to hit some drivers. Right, so with the driver, I'm stating the obvious here, so I apologise. Because it's on a tee, we can now wait for it even more, and we can let that club face and club head pass us even more, because it requires a sweep, even slightly on the up as well. We're not trying to hit up. Hitting up happens because you are now dropping in the slot and allowing it to pass. Okay, this should hit a nice high hook. I'll get the ball tracking on. There we go. Big draw. Started it a little straight. So I didn't really drop down as much as I could. Let's see if I can change that. So remember, the best teacher in the world, not Butch Harmon, that golf ball. So that golf ball has told me it's drawn. So I did the release, I let the club pass me lovely. But it started straight, if not slightly left. So I didn't drop down. So I've really got to focus on the dropping down, which is going to make it start to the right. So I'm really going to feel a little bit more yellow ball. Yellow ball. Really wait for it. Beautiful. Right, okay, wait for it and then release it. There we go. So the golf ball has told me everything I needed to know. And if I wanted to hit a high draw with a driver, if it's a dog leg to the left, or I've got a bit of trouble down, I wanted to kind of curve it round, that is what I will do. That's what every golfer wants to do. They want to drop their club slightly under plane, and then from there they can release it. That guarantees the ball to start right and to draw. Exaggerate it. It is exaggerated, but you've got to feel a bit of exaggeration, especially at this time of the golf swing where, wow, it is blink and you miss it. So if you do enough exercises, repetitions in the back garden, wait for that club. Wait for it first of all and let it pass you second. And I guarantee you'll start hitting driver much, much better. Okay everyone, so thanks very much for joining me, and so important, if you're new to the channel, or if you haven't seen any videos back in the day, it's such a fantastic one. So if you haven't done this sort of thing, I really recommend you kind of giving this a go if you're struggling hitting the drive. So from myself and Trev in a pretty humid middle range here at Chestfield, we'll see you on the next one. Hope you're out playing some golf, hope you're out playing some good golf, and we'll see you then. So from myself, Trev, and a pretty humid middle range here at Chestfield, We'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then. Cheerio!